Because I always wondered, like, why is this in my feed? Because for a long time it wasn't, and then now you do see these like paid ads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the promoted post, and the people who do it on Minds are much less like annoying advertisers and more so just artists and people trying to get the word out about their stuff.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
What's your typical user base? Like, how are you attracting people other than like coming on a podcast and talking about it?
People just find us organically looking for alternatives to big tech. I mean, people are sick of this shit. This is insane. Everything has gotten totally out of hand, and it's just unapologetic. Like with Facebook and Google, they're just not. They're not leveling with everybody. Like, okay, so we understand that there's horrible content on the internet. Like, let's deal with this and not erode freedom of speech. And like, I would love to see, Sundar Pichai or Zuckerberg or, Tim Cook, like have more of a balanced conversation about this. But it just seems like whenever they talk about it, it's like they're posturing. It doesn't feel real. And like, they're really acknowledging even like the academic conversation with regards to censorship, because the academics are saying that censorship causes increased radicalization. So what's going on here?
Yeah. What other things could be done to sort of level the playing field?
I mean, open sourcing is foundation number one. Like, everyone's afraid, look, companies will say, "Oh, we couldn't share our secret sauce." That's what makes us competitive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just really not true. Like, you can use software licenses as well that restrict people, so you can still be transparent. Like, for instance, there's this really cool app called Uniswap, which is a decentralized protocol for crypto, so you can swap tokens and there's no intermediary. And they used a time-delayed GPL. GPL is General Public License, one of the most famous free software licenses. But they basically said, look, we need to be transparent. No one takes anything in crypto seriously unless it's transparent and audited. So we're going to make it so that we're showing you all the code. You can make sure we're not spying on you, doing anything sketchy. But if you're a commercial entity, you cannot fork our code and compete with us for the next 2 years. So they basically were giving themselves a head start. The license that we use is the GPL v3, which says that anyone can do whatever they can, and people do. There are other versions of Minds around the world, people running it and having their own social network. But if they make changes, they have to share those changes with the world. So it's referred to as copyleft in kind of the copyright world. It's basically that, yeah, you have to, it's sort of a pay it forward.
Mm-hmm.
I borrowed from you. I'm going to use that to build my business. Yeah, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to make a ton of money. But, the development that I did, I also have to share. And there's many others. I mean, there's even licenses that are way more restrictive but still provide the transparency. There's ones that are just read-only. Like, listen, you can read this and see it, but you cannot touch it. That would be a step in the right direction for Facebook. And the thing is that they know about this power dynamic because they do create tons of open source tools like React. Facebook created React, which is like one of the most popular JavaScript frameworks. And, Angular was made by Google, and tons of databases and back-end tools. These big tech companies do contribute a ton to open source, but they only do it on the stuff that, are developer tools. Because they know that the developers will only use their stuff if it's open source. Developers are never going to use something that they don't have control over.